Good swing there. Now, to put a few last touches and pieces on what we've been talking about the last several weeks, I want to discuss a little bit about visualization on the golf course.
Okay.
And that combines kind of with game management as well. I mean, you see a lot of folks, some of the best players in the world now. Jason Day is probably the best example. You ever see him, with a fluttering of his eyes before he goes to hit the golf shot? He's literally visualizing the shot. Now, I'm not going to, expect you to do that if you don't want to, but there's got to be some element of visualization and kind of mind management when you're out there on the course if you want to start to really take it to the next level. Do you have any thoughts on that, or do you kind of practice any of those tendencies?
Yeah, usually I'll practice if I'm behind a tree or something, I might try visualize like a fade or try if I have to hook the ball around the tree.
Okay.
Kind of like shaping my shot and
right.
Which way the ball needs to go in order to, get it up towards the green.
Okay. So do you literally visualize the ball flying through the air,
Yeah,
or kind of just the motion that you need to make yourself do that? Okay.
I'll take some practice swings and figure out what swing I need to make to get the ball to fly the right way, and then I'll kind of visualize, see it flying in the air.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's good, and not one way is better than the other. I gave the example of Jason Day, who, literally visualizes or tries to imagine in his mind the ball flying through the air and how it looks. And you can contrast that with someone like with Tiger Woods. He's not playing too much golf right now, but, back in the time when he was playing his best golf, you would see him kind of more of a swing rehearsal.
Yeah.
Try to, visually think of how his body is going to move in order to make the ball do that. So if you're kind of the latter, that's fine. But before each shot, I see it sometimes when you're out there on the golf course, but I don't see it, all the time.
Yeah.
All right. So, you got a match coming up here at the Corning Country Club pretty soon, and what is one of the holes out there or one of the tee shots that you really struggle with? Just give me an example.
I'd say number 5. My natural ball flight with the driver is a fade.
Okay.
And that hole definitely sets up for a draw ball flight.
Okay.
So usually it's pretty tough for me to keep it in the fairway.
Yeah. And it's a pretty long hole too.
It is a long
I mean, it's all of 420 or 430 par 4, and you're probably focused on really hitting one solid there because you kind of have to have a halfway decent shot in.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I want you to combine kind of some of the things you're talking about with the what your body needs to do to make a shot happen, make that draw happen.
Okay.
Combined a little bit with you visualizing yourself being out there on the 5th tee.
Okay.
Okay. So I want you to put a tee in and kind of just step back behind this ball and literally visualize yourself on the 5th tee. Obviously, we'll give the video a little clarity. There's trees right and left. Very little bailout right. There is a little bit left if you're a hooker of the golf ball, but you're kind of not.
No.
So it's kind of a forced shot.
Yeah.
And the further you hit it, the narrower the landing area gets.
Yes.
All right. So just visualize that and try to hit that shot. How'd you do?
I drew.
Yeah.
Probably drew a little too much.
Yeah. Probably left rough.
Yeah.
If we're thinking right out here on the 5th fairway. But, that's the thing we have to start doing a little more. I mean, I see it a lot with you when you really face a difficult shot. I will give you that. When you're out there and you really have a difficult shot, I could see your brain start to turn. All right, but every single shot, we should think about how this ball is going to move and rehearse a swing that allows that to happen. You can move the ball one way or another. You can make it do whatever you want. I've seen you hit shots of different shape, right? But out there on the course, if you're hitting 3 straight balls in a row and then you got to hit a kind of a draw on 5,
yeah,
it might behoove us to to give a little practice on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that
You
makes
know?
sense, definitely.
Yep.
I think I
And
need to
so,
do that more.
yep. So I think that's something that's going to help us out. Now, in terms of game management, we went a little bit on the course, talking about what kind of shots we want to hit, utilizing the bounce of the golf club differently for different types of shots. What are you thinking about when you stand on the first tee of a tournament, like your tournament here coming up at the Corning Country Club? What are some of the thoughts that are running through your mind?
The first tee, normally I'm just trying to swing as smooth as I can, just get some solid contact and a ball that's halfway decent, so I can get the nerves settled a little bit and
Right.
everything all set. And I know for this course at least, on number one, if you miss right, that's okay, and which is good for me because I tend to fade it. So
Sure.
I know I can just swing smooth and kind of swing my normal swing, and I'll be okay.
Sure. Now you gave me, I was kind of setting you up there. You gave me a lot of details of, I asked you the first thing you're thinking about.
Yeah.
And you did say just making a smooth swing, which is probably the right answer. But then we got into a little bit of, what's here and what's there and what could go wrong and what place to miss. And those are all things we should be cognizant of. But, I think a lot of that should be done, kind of right here on the practice tee.
Okay.
And I don't want to contradict my last statement where I said, we need to visualize a shot. That's fine. But I think you can correct me if I'm wrong. Be honest with me here. You're standing on the first tee. You might be thinking about the fifth hole.
Yeah, that's true.
Long hole.
Yeah.
I got to hit a good drive to be able to get at least a mid-iron in there.
Mm-hmm.
You can be honest with me. Do difficult shots creep into your mind before they even happen on the golf course?
I'd say they do, yeah. Maybe not when I'm on the first tee, but maybe if I'm on, I don't know, the fourth green, and I know I have a difficult shot for me on the next hole. Then
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that does happen, yeah.
Yeah, that's natural. It happens to everybody, but we want to try our best, obviously, to only focus on a swing at hand, right? Not focusing on the hole in its entirety, but what shot do we have right now, and how are we going to try to execute our best in order to accomplish our goal, right? And if we start thinking that shot by shot, it's cliche, I guess, but if we start thinking shot by shot, we're much more prone to be focused on every individual shot.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to really propel us to the next level. Okay?
Yeah, makes sense.
So, so you've just hit that shot on 5. You're in the left rough. I would gauge you're probably 180 yards to the green.
Yeah, something around that.
Yeah. So what club are you going to need?
Probably a 5-iron.
Okay. What I got in my hand, I'll get a 5-iron for you. Just hit the next shot for me. Probably just a nice solid strike here.
Yep.
The middle of the green, man.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Now, that's kind of, that's a simplistic view of what we're talking about here, obviously. Just, a demonstration here for our lesson series. But I think it would be a lot better for you if we could do our best just to focus on, like you said, what it takes to be able to hit a particular shot, and focus less on the hole or the course in its entirety and what the goal is.
Okay.
Right? Each individual shot, like I've been saying a long time, you're a good player. You make good swings. Those swings are going to propel you to good scores.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Hit a few more shots for me.